Grace and Peace family, this is Charles here with another Midweek Recharge. And this week I want to talk to you about provision in the middle of your pain. We have been talking about kind of the different perspectives of single events, that we could look at a single event, and there's kind of different perspectives. And that's what we see in Scripture, that Matthew, Mark, and Luke in particular often look at the same events, the same occurrences, episodes that took place in and during Jesus's life, and they take different perspectives, three different perspectives, three different authors, three different perspectives. And one of the events that they each looked at was the feeding of the crowd. There were 5,000 men plus women and children that followed Jesus and his disciples outside of the town of Bethsaida, into what was described in Scripture as a desolate place, as a barren place. Jesus was actually trying to seek some solitude. And so what's interesting is the perspective that I want to reflect on in particular this week is Matthew's perspective, that Matthew sees Jesus in the middle of grief, that Matthew chooses to include the detail that Jesus goes to this desolate place outside of the town because he's just learned that his cousin has been executed, that his cousin John the baptizer has been executed. And so Jesus is grieving the loss of his cousin, brutal loss. And in the middle of his grief, the crowd finds him, that his calling is too great, his light is too bright to hide even in a desolate place. And the crowd finds him, and in the middle of Jesus's own grief, in the middle of his pain, he still offers provision, that he heals them, he cures their diseases, and then ultimately feeds them. They're in a desolate place, and they have traveled to go after Jesus. They've left the town, they've left their homes to travel after Jesus. And so after healing, they still need sustenance, they still need nutrition, they still need to eat. And Jesus has compassion. And so my challenge to you this week is, if you find yourself in a season of grief and a season of pain, can you still be provision for someone else? Can you still do good? Can you still heal? Can you still help? Can you still be a blessing, even if you feel like you need to be blessed? There's blessing in serving others. Your pain can still help to bring about someone else's provision. Let that be your recharge.